They take me, still no tissue, throw me onto a stretcher, put a neck brace. I shit you not, put a neck brace on. There is a huge circle of people, and they're like, "Oh my God, what's wrong with him?"
From the guys that brought you front page tech and pimp my setup comes a show that's much worse and completely irrelevant. Recorded live from Long Island, Ice-T, New York, and Bumfuck, Ohio. This is Average White. Average White. Is this right? Am I saying this right? Average White Kids. That's racist.
Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
Hello there, everybody. Welcome to Average White Kids. My name's Matt Philly, and as always, I'm joined by the sexy, frightening John Prosser.
Hi, Matt. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, buddy?
I'm good. It's been a couple weeks.
It's been 1 week. You're acting like this, it's been forever.
What happened last week? I forget.
You were, first off, you weren't.
Whoa!
No. I'm giving both sides here. First off, you weren't in the mood the second day we tried. The first day, I was sick and I just was not feeling it. And we made a rule for this because this is fun. It's not like we're making money, okay?
Unfortunately,
we said if we're not feeling it, we're not doing it.
Right.
And we weren't
That's
feeling
exactly the rule. Yeah. Because if we don't feel funny,
stupid,
then it's not going to be funny and it's going to be awful. Like the first episode.
Yeah, basically. The first episode was just depressing. It's my birthday and I'm just like, yeah, John, it's real fun. It's real fun. And you're like, come on, Matt, have fun, smile. I'm like, yeah, I don't know about that. But we're doing better now. The second episode was good. The third episode, I think, was better. And I think the fourth episode is just going to be sex for your ears.
It's just going to be sex. Yeah.
This going to be explicit. Not because of a language thing, but because it's going to be sex for your ears. Should I stop that now?
No, I like it.
Okay.
In fact, I think that should be on your slogan.
Should I get closer?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey there, buddy. Okay, anyways, all right. So, John Prosser, your week has been interesting. You just recently passed episode 400 of Front Page Tech, and then you did a little
I wish we would have spelled it 400.
Yeah, 400. Dude, well, 500. 500 sounds better.
There, we'll do that.
We'll so you did episode 400, which was like a whole production. You had a little Matt Philly shrine, as usual, expected sort of thing. And
expected?
Then, yeah, I expected it even before you told me it was a thing. But also, you are now back to your old format. So how do you feel? You're spending a lot more time, I would assume.
Tired.
Yeah, I was going to say. So like... Has it paid off? Has this been a week from hell or a week from heaven?
Well, I would have to say that the 400th turned out way better than I thought it was going to. Because like every year, we never have a plan going into it. And especially this year, like I had no idea what we were going to do. I just knew
last minute.
I know. I just knew where it was going to be filmed. That's about all I knew. And the one plan that we did have ended up being switched when we started filming anyway. So there's that. I mean, it went, I guess, pretty typical in terms of when we produce things. Shit hits the fan and we just improv the whole time. But honestly, when we got it done, when we filmed it, there was a couple things that were said, couple lines specifically from Batman. And if you have no idea like what happens in any of my content, then you are completely lost right now. But Batman. The couple lines there that were number one, so hard to get through because Batman couldn't stop laughing. So there's a couple things that were said and done that like I cracked up so hard and I knew it was going to be hilarious, but it was the first thing that we made that I had no idea what the final product would look like. Like after we filmed it, if you saw the way we filmed it, it was so unorganized. Like none of that stuff was in order. So I had no idea what it was going to end up being like. And then honestly, it wasn't until like halfway through the edit before I was like, okay, this is good. I'm happy with this. In fact, the first thing that I edited was the Matt Philly shrine.
Rightfully so, yeah.
We had to go back and reshoot because we did a Matt Philly shrine. I should send you the clip, actually, Matt.
Yeah.
So there's the Matt Philly shrine in like the little storage closet. Batman has candles lit and is praying to Matt Philly. But directly after that, there was a scene where Batman took Brian into like a file room. It was a room full of files, and he pulled one file out that was about Matt Philly and read about you. But ultimately, when we went back and reshot, because I didn't like how the shrine went, I literally, when I was watching it, I said, this can be way more ridiculous. So I made us go back and reshoot to make it more ridiculous. Mm-hmm. And we reshot the file room scene where they panned in on Batman, because I wanted to add music and stuff. And I just didn't like the way the first clip came out, but I should send it to you. 400th went really well, though. I'm really happy with how it turned out. And then, per your advice, we went back to the previous format of the show, which, when did you and I talk about that? 2 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago?
2 weeks ago at the last, after the last episode of Average White Kids.
So I don't know. I don't think I told anyone this, at least the public. I've known since then.
Mm.
We didn't tell anyone. Like, this wasn't a last minute decision. I talked to Lucas. We decided that's what we were going to do. And we also decided that we weren't going to tease it. We were just going to do it out of nowhere and surprise people. And I wasn't nervous about it. I mean, I figured that people would be kind of happy about it, but I didn't expect the reaction that we got. It was cool. It was like, we started the podcasting format. A couple people stuck, and a lot of people just went away. And I figured they were just like, I figured they unsubscribed, and then we uploaded again. And you have all these like familiar faces from months and months ago, and a year or 2 years ago coming back, and it's really cool to see. And I think I needed to do the podcast thing. You know what I mean? Because I was like burnt out, and it was fun. It was fun to do it and fun to try it. And we're still uploading the audio to iTunes actually through GFQ.
Which is good. Yeah.
But it just feels good. I figured, if we can make the episodes that good, then why not do it? Like, I think that's what the show should be, because that's what made it different. And Matt Philly had to talk me into it and talk some sense into me, and now it happened.
Well, the main thing I think that got you to make that decision was watching old episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Because we were like going back through them, and like you heard my legitimate laughs. Like, it wasn't like a ha ha, John's my friend laugh. It was like I was actually laughing at it. And that's the thing. Like, your old format was nice and small. It was good amount for people that don't have a lot of time. So it's just like boom. Like, what was the last episode? Like, how many minutes?
4.
Like, yeah, like that's perfect. It's a nice little. It's like an appetizer. Just right there in your face.
Appetizer.
Yeah, I know, because you know what it is. A lot of people call it appetizer. I call it appetizer.
Don't we call those people wrong, Matt?
Is that what we call it?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I don't know if anyone filled you in, but
I'll be damned. I love it. Also, I wanted to ask you about episode 400. Do you think that was your best?
I think
out of
so.
all of them? Because it's funny. Pursoon and Kurt said they liked episode 300 more. I wonder what it is that they liked more about it.
I don't know. I thought 400 was the best, just because, like, honestly, if I'm being 100% real here, we made the conscious decision to step the comedy up a level and not be more funny, like take more risks in terms of being offensive or not. There was a couple jokes that landed that make me like. There's a line that Batman says. Pursoon's question was actually something like, "What would you do if you could switch with somebody for a day that you know?"
Yeah.
And Batman said, "I would switch with Brian and then kill myself." And like the delivery, like I lost it every time, even during editing.
Yeah.
So there's a couple things in there that are iffy, but I think 400 is my favorite, because that's my style of comedy. And we've always had to make the comedy reasonable. Mm-hmm. Where it was just a mix of what we want to say and what we quote unquote can say. This time we just said whatever. And
well, I definitely like, for me, I am a little biased because obviously there's the Matt Philly part. And plus episode 300, I looked like I did a whole lot of drugs before filming. But I don't know. I liked both of them. I think the last one, was that the one that had the Twizzler challenge?
Yeah. 300.
Oh my God, I love that. That was so funny. That was probably one of the best things, because it's like, I don't know. I think I like the part that since you guys went out into like the woods, quote unquote. Like I like seeing Batman out there doing stuff.
So did everyone else in the woods riding their bikes.
Oh, I can imagine.
Dude, just Batman. It looked like I was making out with Brian. And they're just like, what the is even going on? There's a camera and they're making out in the woods with some dude in a Batman costume.
That's just the beginning of some weird ass porno. Yeah, I love that though. That was great. 300, 400. I can't wait to see 500 because I think 500 changes the game.
Well, we're gonna go all out, obviously, because that's like that's a big milestone. That's halfway to 1,000.
I'll come out for 500. We'll do that.
Cool.
Make it crazy.
Let's do it.
We'll get Bubby out there.
We'll actually plan that ahead of time. Get a sweet location.
Yeah, multiple locations, script, outfits, makeup, all of that. It's gonna be lit. Okay, I'm gonna stop.
Speaking of, you're on episode what? 82.
Yeah.
Are you gonna do anything special for Pimp My Setup?
Well, already booked up until 104, and I'm thinking for 100 because I did not take any submissions for 100. I think
for 100 just do 100 setups, 24-hour stream.
Oh, get the fuck out of here! I think like all I'm gonna do for 100 is just show like the best setup from each episode, and it'll be what 100 setups, I guess. So technically, it's like what you're saying, but it's not gonna be me critiquing them. It's just gonna be like, remember back in April when we had this setup? Well, let's take a look. And it's just like boom, boom, boom. Like, I don't know, maybe just like some terrible PowerPoint slideshow kind of thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't it's not the same for me. I don't really have. It's not like I can do an exciting video because people will be like, okay, where are the setups?
That's a weird thing. Like thinking about it now, how do we get away from that or get away with that? Because it's like. It's not tech related. It's not tech news. It's just this random thing that we do every year.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure I could do something like that, but I should have. Actually, technically, this would be the time to start, no? Because didn't you start at 100? So, I don't know. I mean,
for 100, we made up all the questions because we didn't have enough people watching to actually ask questions.
Oh, I love that, though. Wasn't that like it reminded like of an Apple interview thing for the.
Yeah,
when they release like a new phone or something.
Yeah, that's kind of what started it. We had that idea, and then we filmed 200. I don't know if I said this during this podcast. I do so many shows that like I can't keep up.
Yeah,
but for 200, we actually did a Q&A where we answered like questions seriously because we used to have a Q&A series. So for 200, we were like, oh, let's do that. So we sat down and brought the Q&A series back for one episode, and then I edited. And last minute decided, you know what? No, let's make it like 100, but use these questions. So then ever since then, it's been a tradition to like take the questions and make a ridiculous episode.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, I mean, the only thing I could think of is I'm about to hit 100,000 subscribers in probably the next 2 or 3 days. And I think I'm going to make like a 100,000 video that's, I don't know. Like, here's the thing. You have Brian, now Lucas, even Jordan, which I like the way you incorporated Jordan because he's not actually physically there, but you know, putting him on the toilet, putting him in the fridge, like that stuff I thought was hilarious. For me, like it's like just me. So I don't know what I could do, but I definitely was going to take like old home videos and make like I'll get like a guy who does the epic movie trailer voice and like, you know, the perfection was born on February 12th. I'm just like, like super epic over the top. But I don't know. It's just, I'm not as creative. I used to be so creative. Like that's all I would put my time into. But now it's just like, meh.
That's what I love about like doing stuff like this because I want to make really cool, epic stuff. Like that's what I want to do. I would love to make a short film. But if I did that, everyone would laugh. Like they wouldn't take it seriously because that's not what I've been doing. Yeah. So it's fun with like these special episodes, like with the 400th, I can make something cool, and in the end, it is comedy. Like the Matt Philly stuff, that's not funny unless you know the context of it.
Well, yeah, I think that's that whole video because there are some people that would watch that and be like, okay, why is Batman?
What just happened?
Yeah, like what is this shit? But. Yeah, someone said I should do a short. Well, Kurt said I should do a short film from when I was director Matt 21, like that throwback. Yeah, that'd be funny. Get Bethany Moda for 100. Oh my god, dude! I don't even like. I mean, here she is. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, I mean.
like it is what it is. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I definitely see some inspiration coming from your stuff, because I watched episode 400 and I was like, I want to do stuff like that, but I don't know.
Dude, it's so fun. I just wish we wouldn't wait till last minute.
Yeah.
Like, we were on location until 4 a.m. But I mean, we were there all day, but it was fun. You know, we ordered a bunch of pizza, and it was just like we just hung out and it was just fun creating stuff together.
Just hanging out with friends, you know?
Yeah, and it's fun, like, because as we're filming, you know, the comedy builds off one another. Like, we start out with one line because it's ad-libbed, but then everyone starts adding to it, and then you end up with what we thought was hilarious, because, you know, we're all there laughing and building off of each other. And I'm like so done with listening to everything from the 400th episode, but when I'm ready, I'm gonna edit the bloopers that'll probably go out next week, which are also gold. Like, I was chanting Mama, I can't say it now. It literally fucked me up. Mama say, Mama sa, mumakusa, which is some weird African chant that Michael Jackson made up and wanted me starting something. And I said it so many times that my brain can't do it anymore. Like, I said it on set. I was sitting there and I said it. I can't tell you how many times. There's so many bloopers of it happening where I just couldn't say it. My brain would, like, I would have a stroke. And I was saying Mufasa at some point, and like I just could not say it. After you say that so many times, try to sit there and say it for 5 minutes, and it's gone. Your brain can't do it anymore.
Even if you say anything, like any word, you say like a word for 5 minutes straight, and it doesn't even sound like the same word.
Yeah,
it doesn't sound real. But yeah, I can imagine. I feel like you and Brian probably made some gold moments in the.
There's a lot of stuff that, like, I wish we could have kept in, because it's so funny to me, but there were a couple things that, you know, we just can't, because they are really offensive. But I mean, everything was pretty much ad-libbed, and there's no real bloopers other than Batman stuff, because we couldn't keep a straight face, and so maybe the bloopers would just be Batman. I don't know.
Maybe for my episode 100 or my 100,000 subscriber thing, I will do Spider-Man. No. People are like, I don't get the Spider-Man thing, and I'm like, you don't need to get it, okay? Which, well, like, by the way, did you see how Spider-Man's now in Civil War? Anyways,
go ahead. You want to elaborate on that?
What?
Do you want to elaborate on what you just said?
No. I hate superheroes shit, but I love Deadpool. Deadpool's hilarious.
You hate what about Batman stuff?
Anyway,
Billy, come on, man.
Hey, Drew Perry said, I'll get you 100 episode congrats from Jodie Sweetin. If you were able to do that. Woo. Anyways. Is
that Stephanie from Full House?
Oh, that's Stephanie. Let me tell y'all. Okay.
Let me tell y'all. So, I think that the whole season was shit.
I saw your tweets, and it took so much power to not reply and say, you, sir, are a dick nugget.
Well, a lot of critics are saying it sucked too. So, like,
because
what was
they're
it for
critics,
you?
You dick.
But what did it for you?
Okay. First off, if you're an actual fan of Full House, you loved it. If you had a terrible childhood and your mom beat you, then you didn't like it.
The only way you're even going to be able to handle watching it is if you were a fan of Full House.
Well, yeah, that's the whole point. They're not trying to aim to picking up new people.
No, I completely understand. Like, if you've never seen Full House, don't watch this. That it won't, like, especially the first episode. It'll just hurt you inside from how cringeworthy it is. It's only
it's got to be cringy.
No, what I'm saying is, if you haven't seen Full House, and there's no context, it's
you're like, what is this shit?
Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, no,
I know you're trying to tell me something, but I don't know what it is.
Yeah, and why they keep looking at the camera? It's weird. Which I thought that was funny, the stabs at the Olsen twins and all that. But dude, I loved it. I love the cringiness. I love the throwback to the original episodes. I love the shade at the Olsen twins. I just loved. I mean, granted, the kids are awful on
the
that
first
show.
episode was great.
Oh yeah, because it's all of them. They're back, and of course they couldn't keep all those people on for every episode, and of course they'll keep making special guest appearances. But I mean, the kids on the show were pretty cringy. The middle one that DJ has, like the youngest kid, but it's not a freaking baby. He's funny. He's a little overdone, but like the other kids, I'm just like, oh my god, this is like Disney Channel. Just make it stop. But I think everyone else is just. I mean, let's be honest here. You know, Stephanie's got some nice assets that make her a very enjoyable character. Yeah, I think 2. I think that's 2 great assets.
2 great assets. No, I agree. That's something we agree on.
Okay. So what did you not like about it? Because you were a fan, weren't you?
Well, the first episode was like, oh man, this feels good.
Oh, it's not a porno, man.
It feels good in my heart area. You know?
Oh, the heart area. Yeah,
the heart area.
I got you there.
Not the hard area, the heart area.
Well, that's a whole nother region you don't want to talk about.
It just felt like a Disney sitcom to me.
Yeah, that's the problem, because I was talking to a lot of people about this, and they agree. It's just like the way that these shows now are made, it's to be over the top, excessive, and just like you watch any Disney Channel show now, and it's just the acting is horrible, and it's not like the kids are bad actors. It's almost like they're telling them to just be over the top. And it's like, oh my god, it's like, hey dude, how you doing? It's like, oh my god, you can make that seem a little more realistic. I don't know, it's just very cringy. But I think, like, if I'm being honest, like, looking back at the original Full House, I think that DJ, Stephanie, all of them, they were great child actors. Like, they were really good. Yeah. And then, you know, even now, I think there were still standards really good. Then. Yeah.
And this was on NBC. Keep that in mind, too.
Yeah. And it just, I don't know. It was just a good show back then. I feel like they were all great actors. And even now, I think they still are great actors. Granted, I think, like, there are some characters that are just a little cringy. I don't know. I don't like how much focus there is on Kimmy. Also,
But I never liked Kimmy, so
that's the thing, though. Like, I never liked Kimmy, but here she is getting a pretty decent portion of the show. No?
Watch, she'll have a spinoff or something.
Yeah, Gibbler style. I'll be like, oh god, yeah, no. But all right, moving on from Fuller House, because I don't know how many people are actually interested in that. I already finished it, and it was great. And I can't wait. They already got signed on for season 2. And guess what? They're going to get signed for season 3.
I don't know how they got signed.
Because, dude, if you're a freaking Full House fan, you're going to love the show. And you're going to keep wanting more, because that's how the world works. Even if it's cringy, you're going to sit there
it's only because Netflix has money. That's the only reason they're doing it.
Okay, but
they want to try again to get it right, and they're not going to do it.
No, it's great regardless. And I really want someone to explain this to me, because I think I just need to look into it, because I'm very uneducated when it comes to the whole Netflix thing. How are they making enough money to fund all of these shows lately? No, listen to me. They have so many new shows. Like, they kept coming out with new shows.
They have millions of subscribers paying $14 a month.
Yeah, well, actually, isn't it? There's also the $9 version, because I think I'm only paying like $9.
Yeah, that might be. It's like $9 or $14.
Yeah,
and then the prices are going up, or they just went up. I can't remember, but there's that. And for example, it just came out. I don't think I talked about it on the show, which I wish I would have. I
would have known that.
OnePlus paid House of Cards, paid Netflix $300,000 to put the phones in the show. Which is good, funny, because I tweeted about it. I was like, "Oh, everyone has OnePlus too."
Like, I get that. That stuff makes sense. It's $9 for HD, $11 for 4K. That's what Kurt says.
Well, it also depends on how many people are watching as well. Like, I have to pay $14 a month because there's 4 of us. 3.
Really,
There's 3 of us.
We have like unlimited accounts, but only 3 or 4 people can watch at a time. Or something.
It's device based too.
Yeah, but like here's what I'm trying to say. Like, I got it. They have so many people that subscribe. It makes sense. But recently, just so many freaking new shows and new things getting funded, where it's like, sooner or later, is that really going to add up? But I get it. Like, obviously, if there's things like the OnePlus, paying that amount of money, that's a big deal. And I'm pretty sure at the end of Fuller House, there was actually something that said, like, branded content Dell, I think it was, or one of those. It was something like that. Because I've been looking out for that, but I'm like, how do they keep getting so much money for all these shows? It just doesn't. I don't know. But granted, it might not even cost that much to make Fuller House.
Probably not, man.
I mean, because you got to pay those people, but then you got to think about they kind of went all out with locations and stuff. I thought they were going to dumb it down for the first season, but I don't know. There's a lot of different.
Well, yeah, I wonder like what the budget is for Full House, because for like I'm really into House of Cards, and this last season they spent like $200 million, which is nuts. That's crazy. Nuts.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, because that's great that they made that, but how do you take someone that's paying and they're just watching How I Met Your Mother or Parks and Rec or The Office, and like, I don't know, how do you equal that out to each new show, new movie or whatever? Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking a little too much into it, but again, branding content. That's the thing.
They don't have to equal it out to each show. Like, you know, the shows that they pay for, they don't have to pay actors, right? They buy the show, and whoever the agency is makes sure that the actors get royalties or whatever. They pay for the show. In terms of like the original content, yeah, they're in charge, but they're still paying an agency, and they you notice they have a lot of new original content, and a lot of it's really, really, really good, like ridiculously good.
Oh yeah.
But some of it is obviously like meh. Like, they make original content so that critics talk about it, so the word gets out there, and people sign up for Netflix. Like, it's great for marketing. It's great that they control the content as well. It's just, I think, it helps that the original content is fucking awesome.
Yeah, well, lately they've been hitting home runs with original content. I mean, I can't wait for season 2 of Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. I know not a lot of people probably watch that, but it's like a comedy thing. It's Aaron from The Office. It's hilarious. I loved the first season, and I mean that a lot of people loved it, and they're subscribed just for that. And like, I get that part of it, but what I'm gonna say is like, imagine we get to this part of the world where everybody that's ever gonna want Netflix is signed up for Netflix. The only way they're going to be able to get more money is if they actually raise prices, which in that scenario, they could also lose customers, et cetera, et cetera.
They could also bite the bullet and just start working out ad deals, which they don't do. Like, they don't even have to.
Which is insane.
Netflix does not ever release their numbers. They don't have to. The only reason they would have to is if they would, if they need advertisers. But it's crazy because if you want to think about it, I forget what the stats are, but like, there's so many people per hour watching Netflix compared to like NBC or something. It's like crazy. And if you think about it, Netflix is just a network essentially. So if you think about it, if let's say a bunch of people tune in and they watch NBC for an hour long, they're locked onto that one show, whatever NBC is showing at that one time, one show for 1 hour. Millions of people are on Netflix, and they have access to, within a 1 hour span. Just think about how many shows or movies are being watched at any given time.
Oh my God, dude. I just finished watching Parks and Rec for the second time because I could, and I loved it. It was even better the second time. And now I can literally, whatever I want, I could watch, and it's all there on my fingertips. I mean, granted, there are some things that I still want to see on there, and I'm sure over time they'll make their way, but like Drew said, they're going to make an ad-based tier like Hulu. I'm sure they will. I mean, makes sense, especially if it's even cheaper. You know how many more people will sign up? I mean, it's insane. Hulu, I mean, I will never subscribe to Hulu again. The ad stuff is just annoying. I get it. They have the ad free now, right?
Yeah, which I pay for.
Yeah, like I wouldn't even. Like,
wait, it's worth it. I mean,
but I don't have anything on Hulu that I need. Granted, aren't they the day after it goes on TV?
Well, not all shows, but a lot of them, yeah. That's like the benefit of Hulu. But so we had a sponsorship with them a year or 2 years ago. And so I had
even on Hulu?
Like your typical like NBC shows, stuff like that. Like
what's on actual
TBS
TV
stuff, yeah. like TV shows, and they go up like relatively soon after they actually are on cable. Now we had a sponsorship with them, and I had a free account. Like, I don't know if they forgot or whatever, but like I never had to pay for it. And when they offered the ad-free version, I stopped. Like, I started paying. I had a free account, and I still chose to upgrade and pay.
Well, yeah, you don't want ads. Ads suck.
Right, but when you don't have to pay, period. You know, there's a choice there, and I chose to go ad-free because it's way better that way.
Yeah.
They just got way too annoying. Like, you would watch an hour-long show, and there'd be fucking 30 ads there. And it's the same ad, yeah.
And it's like, yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Like, okay, this is I'm not even gonna say what the show is, because if I say, I'm gonna sound like a bitch. But I watch this one show. I always miss it on TV, so I watch it the next day, and it's on abc.com. And it's like, when I watch it, it's the weirdest thing ever. It will go from playing like one ad during a commercial break to playing like 8. Yeah, and like 3, and it's like the same. And
one time it'll show you like one 15-second ad, and then 7 30-second ads.
Yeah, you're like, wow, that was really nice. And the next time you're there, like, all right, I'm actually gonna go take a shower, make lunch, go to school, do this, and then come back, and it'll be time to go. Like,
I always make the mistake where they're like, choose your favorite ad experience, and I choose, and that's what I see for the rest of the hour.
Dude, you know what I do all the time? I always say like, is this ad relevant to you? I always click no. I'm just like, like nothing's relevant to me. And then I'll even hit the button on some sites where it's like, do not show me this ad again. And I'll still get it. I'm like, why? I can't even. You could use ad block and ad filters to disable ads on CBS or ABC. Well, that's just rude, Pursoon.
Hulu, it does not work. Hulu's like, hey, man, turn that shit off, or you're not watching this.
Well, you can actually, you can keep it like that, but you have to sit for like 120 seconds of a black screen.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. I used to do that because, like, this is before the ad-free version. I would just be like, YOLO, just let it stay black.
I feel like that's still less painful, though, than watching the ads.
Yeah, because, like, I would just turn on music for like the 120 seconds and like look at email, whatever.
It happened, dude. This happens all the time on YouTube. Like, there's nothing that I hate more in this world than like repetitive ads that are always playing. There's,
especially when they're about like boners and stuff.
There is. So we met him at Vlogger Fair, Tim Schmoyer.
Yeah.
I watched his channel all the time. And for some reason, it is like Tim Schmoyer worked out this deal with this one piece of shit dude, and there's an agreement that only that dude's ads pre-roll before his videos, which is possible, but that's all I see because you can tell it's very targeted. It's about video stuff.
Oh, and yeah, that's why, though.
It is this dude, and there's something about the way he looks. This might, sure, I fucking sound like a dick. I don't care. It pisses me off so bad.
What's his name?
This dude, I don't know. There's a dude that stands in front of a brick wall, and he's got this button-up shirt, dress shirt, but it's short sleeves, which is like the first problem that he has.
What?
It's gray. And it's gray. It's like silky, and he sits there with his hands. And you can't see me right now.
He sits there with his hands.
Yeah, he literally, he just says, he's like, I don't know how to explain it. The real animated person where they talk and make like, it's not sign language. They're just using their hands to describe something. It's just way too animated. He's like, and you'll have to see it on the stream in like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
He's like, are you a video creator? Would you like to create videos and get paid? Like, it is the most annoying, and that's exactly how he says it.
Is he like a little bit of a heavier set guy?
Yes. Have you seen him?
What color hair?
Black, curly, like...
Oh, I don't know.
Terrible hair. It's black, like, curly awfulness, and he's like, would you like to create content and get paid? Our network can get your videos on TV. And I just want to
he's wasting so much money on that.
I want to like shoot myself every time this dude comes up. He is so annoying.
Dude, he's
Not
probably paying like an exclusive CPM.
Annoying, but he's annoying.
Yeah, that's stupid. I hate stuff like that. No thanks.
There was a while where, because we won some award with full screen. I can't remember what it was, and they put like $5,000 down to advertise Front Page Tech. This is a couple years ago. The only place the ad would show up was in front of our videos. Like, you're already watching our stuff. Why is our ad showing up before our videos? That was the most annoying thing ever. Like, what good does that do anyone? You're annoying the person who's actually watching our stuff. They already know about us. They don't want to listen to, hey, did you know about Front Page Tech? That's
a good idea. I like the way they think.
No.
They know the success rate's going to be there.
They know nothing. Full screen can suck a dick.
Well,
not endorsed by Matt Philly. I endorse that message.
Yes. No, but this episode's also brought to you by Full Screen. Get fucked in the ass. Anyways. So, let's see. Is there anything I want to talk about before I start this game? Well, I went for a job interview, and it's funny because a lot of people are probably going to think like...
Is this what you've been talking about?
Yeah, like, oh, he's going for a job interview? What is he doing, like, poor on YouTube? He sucks dick, bro? No, like, I'm doing better than ever on YouTube, but I want to be sort of like how I'm doing this now, like I'm a live personality. Like, I want to do that in person, not just via the internet, because down the road, I don't know, maybe I want to be the next Jimmy Fallon. I don't know. Maybe James Corden, because we're a little more size comparable. But like, I went for this job interview. It's at a local baseball stadium, and basically it's a live on-field host in front of 6,000 people. You run around, you get everyone hyped up, and every inning, in between innings, you do, like, whether you're on top of a dugout doing a giveaway or you're doing the hot dogs race around the bases or whatever. And I went in there, and the guy was like so impressed by all my YouTube stuff, because he's like, normally people come to this job and the closest thing they have for qualifications is they did a play, because like that's the closest to performing. And he's like, yeah, but like you do the YouTube thing and all that. So I have an audition where I have to go around.
Dude, will you record it?
I can't film the audition, but if I get the job, I will be definitely having people film me. But like, I have to do an audition running around an empty field with the microphone, reading cue cards. So I don't know how I feel about that. Yeah, but like, I'm excited because I want to get this job, because it is, the whole summer. It's good money, and it's also like, it's going to look great on my resume, and I'll have like a demo reel and all that. But like, I just feel like I'm going to mess up the audition. So I'm just going to like try my best to run around and be like, what's up, everybody?
Just don't mess it up, Matt.
I'll try not to, but if I get that, it's going to be great. I have to wear like an orange blazer every single day. And it's going to be fun. Plus, my brother actually applied as cameraman. So he'd be like the camera guy running around with me, which would be pretty cool. But yeah, so Drew Perry said, hey, Matt, can you replace the band with John and I for the in-house band?
Dude, I would do a lot of things to play in a band with Drew.
Oh. I don't want to know what things. I'm just saying, man. I don't know. But no, I mean... Hey, man, if I get that gig, I will most definitely get you in there. All right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
101 Dog Monkey, what's up? What's up?
Who is that? He's verified on YouTube.
Yes, he's a big deal.
Who is he?
It's Ian.
Apparently not big enough, because I don't know who he is.
Dude, I met him at VidCon. He's freaking awesome. And he's friends with Liz.
Oh, God. Now I have to go look.
Okay, anyways.
Who are you, mysterious man?
You want to do Would You Rather to wrap up the show?
Yeah, let's do it. Oh, God, don't play. I almost played his video. And then he could have taken us down.
Yeah, he would have just completely destroyed what we've been living for. All right, here we go. Would you rather?
Would you rather?
Have paparazzi follow you around forever and always, or reveal a different secret about yourself in a weekly newspaper column?
Listen, can I tell you something?
What?
I'm so sorry, Matt Philly. I wasn't listening to anything you said. I was reading.
I know. I figured. Okay. You ready?
Yeah, go.
Would you rather have a paparazzi follow you around forever or reveal a different secret about yourself in a weekly newspaper column forever?
Like, how big does the secret have to be?
It's got to be a secret, so it's got to be good. It's not like I wear the same socks every day.
I'd rather have paparazzi follow me around because I got some...
They'd be bored as hell. They'd be sitting outside your house like, what is this dude leaving? Like, this is getting really like...
Yeah, I can handle that. I can't... There's a couple things that shouldn't ever be announced.
Yeah. Let's see.
Like, I like blow-up dolls a lot, Matt.
You like what?
I like blow-up dolls a lot. It's a problem.
I figured. All right, let's see. Wow, this site sucks. These are all like really bad would you rathers.
I'm so sorry.
Let's try this again. Would you rather? We're going to go to another site here.
Real quick, while you're looking, Matt, Tech Center, have you guys ever had any near-death experiences? Have you?
Yes. Many.
Go on.
Well, I mean, a lot of times where I'm in the car, well, actually, no joke, like a legitimate scenario. I was sitting in a left turn lane waiting to, yep, you guessed it, turn left. And it was a red light. So I'm sitting there. A guy comes, he turns, and it's a very easy turn. You do this thing where you actually take the wheel and you turn it, and then you're fine. But this guy forgot to turn. He started to turn. And he just gave up. And he starts coming right at my driver's side. I shit you not, at like 40 miles an hour. And I saw it. And all of a sudden my spidey senses started tingling. And I'm so lucky there was not a car behind me because I did not even look. I put myself in the reverse and just like, whoop, it went right back. This guy came right into my lane. If I would have sat there, I mean, whether it be death or just ugly face forever, it would have been something. And no joke, the second that happened, he came by, my window was down. I was just looking at him like I was in shock. Like I had no idea what just happened.
Car stuff is no joke.
Yeah, like I've had so many different...
That's like the worst feeling in the world. When you either don't have control of the 2-ton weapon you're driving, or...
someone else doesn't have a brain.
Or right. It's just like, that's scary. So crazy. Like, you can be doing everything you're supposed to, and someone else could fuck everything up for you for the rest of your life.
Story of my life, honestly. Like I don't like to say I'm the best driver ever, but I am. Like honestly, if you want to drive with someone and feel safe, I'm good. And I get point A to B there. I get there super quick, but in a respectable. I mean, I go over the speed limit more often than not, but still, like. I'm very safe. I only go over the speed limit when I know it's a good idea. I'm not like, going around a freaking side block with people out, walking their dogs and shit. And I'm going like 95, like burning out around the corner. But like, I can't stand with that shit. Other fun thing. I was in 4th grade. Oh, right.
No? You're in 4th grade. Go ahead.
4th grade. I was at a carnival that my school was having. And I went with my friend, and it was great, except I lied to my mom by saying that his mom was coming with us. It was just me and him. We're at this carnival, and we're in 4th grade, so we're like walking around like we own the place. We're like, yeah, what up? And you know those mirror houses?
Yeah.
You would think that the story would be I smashed my face into like the mirror and I died. But instead... I finish the mirror portion, and then there's stairs that take you up to a slide, and that's how you get out. I tripped going up the stairs, and I slammed my head so hard into the freaking, I don't even know what kind of material it was, but I smashed my head so hard, my nose was just, the amount of blood, like it was awful. There was so much blood, but like I was fine, because like it wasn't painful. Like I was just like, I mean, it hurt, but it wasn't like the pain hadn't hit me. I was just like, whoa, that's a lot of blood. So we get to the top of the whole thingamajig, and the guy is like, oh my God. He's just like, we got to get you help. And he tells my friend to go down the slide and call for an ambulance. And I'm like, I just need a tissue, dude. Like, that's all I need. And no joke, goes and gets the ambulance. They rush over. They have a freaking paramedic come up. Go down the slide with me. I shit you not. The person was holding me going down a slide that would take maybe 2.5 seconds to go down. I was like, you cannot be serious right now. I'm like, I can do this myself. They take me, still no tissue, throw me onto a stretcher, put a neck brace. I shit you not, put a neck brace on. There is a huge circle of people, and they're like, oh my God, what's wrong with him? And I'm like, I just really need a tissue right now. Like, dude, like his blood's gonna like dry up on my face, and it's like nasty. So I'm there. They have the air thing on me. I have a neck brace. I am laying there, and I think I'm dying. But I'm like, in my head, I'm like, I'm fine. But am I actually dying? Like, what is happening? And I was in the ambulance. They call my parents. My parents think I'm dying too, because they don't tell them I have a bloody nose. Right. They're like, yeah, your son's being loaded onto an ambulance. And my dad's like, what the fuck? Like, what is happening? God. They actually bring me to a hospital. And the whole time in the ambulance, they're like, what's your name? Where do you live? And it was the weirdest. I feel like I was having like an out of body experience. Like, it was the weirdest thing ever. You were. Yeah, like I didn't even feel like I was there. And it was just like, I was like, am I really about to die for like hitting my nose? And then I get there and blood is, I mean, my shirt was just drenched, my face. And they didn't even clean up my face. Like, I shit you not. They put the breathing thing on my bloody nose. Like, it was bloody.
Ew, dude.
Yeah, that's
just
what I'm saying.
Inhaling
like,
your own blood.
Yeah, like they didn't even like wipe my face. Like, I would have wiped my own face, granted, but like it was just disgusting. I get there and like my dad's like, "Oh my God, you just had a bloody nose." I'm like, "Yeah, Dad, they wouldn't let me wipe my nose." And like they did it because they have to. Like, let's say I broke my nose, I could have sued them. Mm-hmm. But I just needed a tissue, and that was it. But I thought I was dying.
Man, this isn't like almost dying. I can save that for a second, but to build off of what you just said, there was one time where a few years of my life, John was really into lifting.
Yeah, I remember that. Because your picture with your long hair.
Oh my God, yeah. I was like, how do you remember that? But
yeah, no, I don't remember you back then.
Just like, I want to say I was doing front page tech, so 2.5, 3 years ago, I was lifting, and Brian was actually like, "Hey, man, I want to learn how to lift. I want to start lifting together."
Oh, God.
He's like, "That'd be so much fun if we lifted together." I'm like, dude, this is awesome.
Lift bros.
So I remember I went downstairs in the basement, and I had weights down there, and I wasn't even like full on lifting. I was just showing Brian a couple like forms. Mm-hmm. And there was one where there's a barbell on the ground. One end of the barbell, you know what a barbell is, right?
Is that a fat joke, John? Get the hell out of here. It wasn't a fat
joke. I was simply asking if you knew what it was.
Yes,
anyway,
I do.
I had one corner in like the corner of a room, like on the ground, and I would lift the other corner up. So I would start bent down. And you'd stand up and you lift it above your shoulder. Mm-hmm. Well, I was like, all I wanted to do was show Brian. That's all I wanted to do, Matt. That's all. And I got down on the ground. I started picking it up, and halfway up, my knee snapped. And it just like, it buckled in sideways. Oh. And it just went, all you heard is, and then I remember screaming. I fell to the ground. And I was in so much pain, Matt. And my knee was still out, and I was just laying there screaming. And Brian and my ex-girlfriend were standing there like, oh my God, what do we do? And I was like, I remember telling her to shut the hell up. Because like when I'm in pain, dude, like I don't want to hear from anything or anyone. And she was like, are you okay? Like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm screaming.
Shut the hell up, bitch.
I just remember screaming at her. But Brian was like, "Hey, what do we do? like you're on the ground and your knee's out. It's not like I'm gonna walk upstairs." And I felt so shitty because like Brian was like, "I'm gonna call 911." I was like, "No." He's like, "Well, what else are you gonna do? Like I cannot pick you up. We could not get you up if we wanted to." And I remember just being like, no, don't. Like, I don't want this to be a thing. But then I also knew I have no choice. I'm going to be stuck here until a group of people come fix this.
Oh, God.
And it was such a terrible feeling because, like, I'm not sick. I'm fine. My leg just doesn't work anymore. That's all.
Yeah.
And I just want to get off the ground, and I can't. I cannot get off the ground, and that's all I want. And he called 911. Oh, my God. It was so terrible. They came in. They cut my pants off.
Oh,
it was this
I
whole
like
terrible
where that's
thing.
going.
Now, keep in mind, I'm all the way in the basement. There's like 3 or 4 levels that we got to get up. And
there's no like exit.
Say what? No. Basement, ground, underground, boom, underground. Can't get out. And so they cut my pants off, and then they grabbed me by the ankle and straightened my leg out till my knee popped back into place.
Wait, you said you were at a gym?
No. I was at my house in the basement.
Oh, okay, that's why.
And they took my leg and they popped it back. They popped my knee back in. It was the worst pain ever. And then they picked me up. 6 guys picked me up and they put me on a chair. And then they put a sheet around me to restrain me. And then they tied me to this chair. And then 6 guys carried me up the stairs, up 4 flights of stairs in a chair.
Sounds
restrained. Hot. I wasn't in control at all. And these people are just like throwing me against walls trying to get this fat ass dude that's locked in a chair up the stairs and out the door and into a stretcher.
That's one of the worst jobs ever.
It was such a terrible, and I was like, it's so weird because, I mean, that makes sense. But anytime I've had to go to the hospital or something, it's been like I was super sick or something. But I had it all together. I was all there. I just couldn't walk. Like, I wanted to tell these people I'll get over it. I'll be fine. But I know that I'm not. No one's going to be able to pick me up off the floor.
Yeah, you just had to bite the bullet, you know?
It was terrible. But you had mentioned a car thing, and there was a while there where John was not good with cars. Like,
I'm pretty sure you're still not because you can't drive. Got him!
Sorry. I was 17 or something, and I got money, and I was like, hey, I want to get a new car. Because that's what you do when you're 17. You're like, let's go get a new vehicle. So I got a Pontiac G6, something GT, GXP, one of those.
G6.
And I remember 12 hours later, after I bought it and was so excited about it, I drove it directly into a stop sign. 12 hours later, and I tore up the whole. I ripped the mirror off. I tore up the whole door, and it was $10,000 in damages. 12
How
hours
do you
after
do
I got
that?
it. I went too fast around a turn because I was I was used to driving I was used to driving a Blazer. And then I had this fast car, and I'm like, John's going to go real fast on this turn. I just slid right into a mailbox and just destroyed the car.
You got to know your limits before you just do that.
So I got a rental car because my car had to go in the shop. They fixed it. I got the car out like a month or 2 later, and it was snowing, okay? And the car, when I got it, originally had racing tires on, like low-profile, flat tires that don't do well in the snow at all.
Yeah, no traction there.
And so if I drove anytime in the winter, I just slid. It was just, am I going to make it home? Maybe. And so I remember we were leaving school, and when I say we, I took Brian, too. We left the school, and he was coming to my house, and we drove down a road I don't normally drive down, and I was going super slow, just being super careful about sliding and stuff. And I made the comment, wow, I haven't slid all day. And he's like, no, I guess not. Seconds later, the back tires go, and I just start sliding a little bit. And I'm going, there's no one else on the road, thank God. We're just sliding a little bit, Matt. And then all of a sudden, the right front tire explodes, and it whips my car around, and now we're going in the wrong lane backwards, and then I hit a ditch. The car flips up in the air, does a 360, and lands on a mailbox. It was a terrible, terrible thing. And, the airbags didn't deploy, nothing. We had our seatbelts on. Have you ever been in a wreck of any kind?
No.
I've been in a lot, and it always happens in slow motion. I remember just this heavy ass car just flipping, and I was just looking. The world is literally spinning around me, and it's just you have no idea what's going to happen, and you're just existing until the car lands and you know you're safe. Like anything could have happened. There could have been a car in the opposite lane, anything. But we landed, the airbags didn't deploy or anything, and we just pulled pieces of my car out of this ditch.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, a cop had to come, and the tow truck came, and they towed my car home. It was a terrible thing.
Yeah, but, I agree with John Bubb. I would never get in the car with you.
I know you shouldn't.
Never.
But I mean, like, for like a few months, I was really terrible. Like, there was two accidents. One of them wasn't my fault. Obviously, the stop sign one was just me being an idiot. But and I've also been in a lot of accidents with like my friends when they were doing stupid stuff. Another mailbox thing. Actually, on the same road that I wrecked my car, my friend, I was in the passenger seat, and he was driving his brother's car, and he was trying to drift, and he kept pulling the e-brake.
Oh,
we went down a bridge. He pulled the e-brake, and he slid a little bit. And he's like, "Man, do you feel that? That was awesome." I was like, and I made the mistake, and I said, "No, I didn't feel it." And he pulled it again and lost control of the car. We spun around on the road a few times and just like flipped into another mailbox. He just the side of the car just kind of went and sideswiped two mailboxes, and glass just shattered all inside the car. It was awful. Again, one of the instances though, we were fine. Like the airbags didn't deploy, everyone was fine. The car wasn't. The car was fucked up, but like totally fine. Every wreck I've been in, completely fine. Scary.
Knock on wood.
Yeah, but completely fine.
Yeah,
Car stuff is not fun, though. It's no joke.
I can imagine. I mean, I don't think I'll ever have to worry about that because I don't drive like a dick nugget. But
like a dick nugget.
That's the problem, though. Like we said earlier, you have to watch out for everybody else. It's really what it comes down to. You could be the best driver in the world, but another person could just ruin that. And
right.
Shit's scary. Luckily, really everyone in my family has been pretty good at. My mom's never been in an accident, knock on wood. Really, like my family's pretty good at driving, but me especially, you know, I'll probably end up doing some stunt doubles for race car movies, you know, because I'm so good. No, okay,
you're so good.
Yeah, no, I love driving, and today, like, it's been beautiful lately, so I've been just driving, windows down.
Didn't
just
it snow last
life.
week?
Not for me.
Like, what the hell?
I mean, well, actually, it was raining for us, so yeah, it may have been snowing for you guys.
Ohio's fucked up.
Yeah. All right, so to close the show, because we're coming near that time.
Really? Already?
Let's do 3 Would You Rathers.
Let's do it. Go.
All right. Would you rather have the world's best job that pays really well, so that could be like YouTube, making a lot of money, but you're not able to have a family and or spouse, or have an average job, but you get to raise a family and get married?
That one's
Let's see
really
how
tough.
much of a bitch you are.
Shut up, Matt Philly. That one's tough. God damn it. And I have to choose one.
Yes, that's the point of it.
I don't know. This is the hardest one I've ever actually had to do. YouTube.
Yeah, but you know that means like you and Michelle would have to stop. Like you just couldn't.
This is a would you rather scenario. Okay.
Okay.
In this scenario, Michelle may not have been there.
This is your real life right now.
You're telling me I have to choose. Well, then I have to choose her. I have to.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. Next.
What about you?
Oh, I would choose the money. Fuck that. Well, right now I don't have that special someone, so I don't see it the way that you do. I'm just
because it's shitty. Because I have to, now you're making me decide. It's like it's like if I decided that, would you rather? If I've decided YouTube, that means I got to get up right now, walk in there, and be like, "Hey,
get the hell out of my house."
Listen, I did this. Would you rather? And you gotta go.
But see, here's the thing, though. I'll be the rich friend, and you'll be the happy friend, and we'll kind of just live vicariously.
You'll be happy and rich.
Yeah, it'd be great.
I'll be rich with kids.
Okay, I don't know if you want to say that, unless never mind. Would you rather have your mind serve as an iPod so you can listen to music at any time? So it's like, you know, any volume, any song, perfect in your ears. Very nice.
That doesn't sound fun at all.
You don't like that?
I could just fucking get an iPod.
No, I'm saying like anytime, like, you know, okay, you know what, maybe I shouldn't even finish this one, because if you don't like then you're going to choose.
Next choice?
Well, then you're going to choose the next one. It's going to be able to watch your dreams on the television.
That's obviously way better.
I know.
That's super awesome.
Yeah, no, it is. I wish I had some great dreams. You know what I'm saying? So I would love to see those.
Jesus.
Anyways, I'm trying to find a very good final one.
Good music.
All right.
What the hell,
man? Okay, so this one's kind of stupid, but whatever. Last would you rather. Would you rather know everything there is to know, hashtag infinite knowledge, or rule everything there is to rule, hashtag infinite power?
Infinite power for sure.
That's stupid.
You're stupid, Matt.
You're stupid.
You'd be the smart ass that has to listen to me.
No, because you'd know everything, and then with your knowledge, you'd be able to rule everything, because you'd be like,
no, it doesn't work both ways. It's a would you rather, which means one or the other. I choose the other.
Well, then if I can't use my powers, my smartness to my advantage, then yeah, I choose power. But my idea is to use the other to get the other.
It's a would you rather.
I know, but you could.
That's
be
like
smart.
me saying I can use my YouTube job that I'm rich with and still get a family.
It's a would you rather. Anyways, all right, that's gonna do it for this episode of Average White Kids, guys. You probably haven't watched any of them, and if you got this far, you are a superstar. You deserve a pat on your back from yourself.
Personal pat on the back to 10 people that are watching live.
Hell yeah. Okay.
If you see me in person, remember that I told you get a pat on the back.
That's going to be really awkward one day.
And then I won't remember and I'll just go like this. Yeah. No.
I'll wait 3 hours to see that.
Okay.
Anyways, thanks for watching. Woo!
Bye.